Nu gaan we even praten met twee mannen tegenover mij die hun sporen wel verdiend hebben en die een vrij legendarische status al hebben. Ik heb het over Rick Margitza, hij is saxofonist. En verder heb ik hier staan Omar Hakim en hij is de drummer. Zij werken aan het Miles Smiles Project. Verder daarin Joey DeFrancesco, Robin Ford en Daryl Jones en Wallace Rooney, de trompettist. Hello guys, welcome to the show.
Hello there.
On your left side, aan de linkerkant hoor je Rick Margitza op de saxofoon. Say hello, Rick.
Hi.
That's Rick. And on the right side, in your stereo, you're Omar Hakim.
Hello there.
Hey guys, tonight in 1600 hours in the Nile stage, you're going to have a project called Miles Smiles. Rick, what is it about?
Well, tonight is actually my first gig with the band, but the band has played some other shows, so maybe I'll let Omar explain.
Okay, well, I'll have Omar explain. Omar,
Well, the concept behind the Miles Smiles band is, first of all, in order to be in the band, you would have had to have performed live or recorded with Miles Davis at some point in your career.
Oh my God! So you both plays with Miles Davis?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Me on recordings.
I played live with him in 1989, and then also one or two tracks on a couple of recordings.
Let me get back to you, Rick, on that. How was it to play with Miles in that era?
Everybody asked that question. It's very hard to answer because it was everything. It was great. Not all of it was great, but in general, it was an amazing experience that I feel like I still kind of learn from in different ways.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a trick question. What was the best moment you had with Miles Davis? That you think, well, that was really something for me?
I think when I went to his apartment and met him for the first time and he opened the door.
Okay. What was the worst moment you had with Miles?
A quick story. He would do this thing where he invited somebody into his dressing room before every show to say something to them, and usually not good.
Okay.
So it was quite a while before he asked me to come in, and he finally did, and I was like, oh shit, what is he going to say to me? And it's pretty amazing because all he said was, your fingers are coming up too high, meaning that I was using too much energy by playing high and not being close to the saxophone. So that wasn't too bad, and but I made the mistake of talking back to him.
Okay.
So I said, Sonny Stitt, when I met him when I was young, I said, Sonny Stitt told me to keep the fingers close. So he said, oh, Sonny, I really miss Sonny. And that was it. So I go out, but then he like 5 minutes later, he calls me back in.
Yeah.
And then he said, since you like Sonny Stitt so much, why don't you try playing more like him?
Oh my God.
That was the worst moment.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was the major Miles put down.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, but you survived.
Absolutely.
And you learned a lot from him, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going back to Omar. Well, it turns out to be an interesting question. I'll ask you the same thing. What was your best moment with Miles?
Oh, let's see. During the recording of the Tutu album, we're on a break. Marcus Miller is in the control room working on some arrangement or listening to playback. And Miles decides to tell me the story about him going to the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. And he's describing to me what he wore to the Grammys. And he was really proud of this particular outfit of clothes because he told me about the shopping experience, and he was telling me about how he picked the trousers and the beautiful silk shirt and this lovely jacket, and when he walked into the Grammys, that all the people were looking at him, and his pants were flowing when he walked with the wind, and after describing this beautiful outfit and everyone's reaction, he said, but I didn't win a fucking thing.
That's great.
It was hysterical. I couldn't believe it,
Yeah. Looking very good.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Maybe I'll skip your worst moment with Miles.
I can't say I had one, actually.
Okay, that's great. Let's talk a little bit about tonight, because you got amazing guys in the lineup. It's not just you playing, but also Wallace Rooney on trumpet, Daryl Jones, who also plays with the Rolling Stones, played with Rolling Stones, maybe still plays. I'm not sure. Robin Ford is there on guitar. What is it going to be like tonight? What are you going to do?
Well, most people think because of the name of the band, we were actually focusing on the music from the Miles Smiles record, but that's not true. What we decided to do to really pay homage to Miles is to actually choose music from sort of each era of his career and kind of give it a fresh new look, if you will. from an arrangement perspective, from a performance perspective.
Yeah.
And so that's how we've been treating it. And it's, even though, you know, you have these beautiful defined compositions, still the improvisational part of the thing is wide open, you know, which would be kind of what Miles would do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're kind of treating it in that same way, but we have found an interesting spin on a couple of the songs.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
What, Rick, what do you think makes Miles still relevant today? What is his major contribution? Why still people want to play his music, listen to his music?
Well, first of all, just from what Omar said, you could go back through his whole career, and each period he was contributing something that changed the music.
Yeah.
So there's always this freshness to it, and this willingness to explore and take chances and not get stuck with being comfortable. So even when he was at the height of his game, he realized that if he would have continued that, he would have become stale. So he was always changing and was, you know, the openness of it and the fact that he was kind of always exploring, looking for the next thing.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Omar, thanks very much for being here. Sorry,
My pleasure.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
Thanks very much for being here. Rick, thanks you so much. I hope you have a great night tonight playing. Yeah. And I think we've got a track by Miles Davis chosen by the one and only Omar Hakim, and he chose Nefertiti. Miles Davis. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Good choice.